We don't do that here.
But the queen rises to the top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just
Not terrible.
it wasn't terrible. Just there are spots that I don't remember. That's unusual for me. Kind of had to do the check around on my phone and socials and stuff. Like, did I embarrass myself at any point? But fortunately, I didn't.
Okay. That's a plus.
Yeah, it was fun to dive into that.
Were y'all at the fight last night?
No,
I can't remember if y'all were trying to do that or not.
I tried to get Romeo and Red into it, but they couldn't go.
Darn.
Yep. Apparently, it was really good.
Let's see. I did the Apex card. I did watch that.
The Cannoneer.
Yeah, I watched the entirety of that card. Our girl Wayne Kong pulled through.
Oh man, that besmirching my good name, Victoria. You bitch. You should have done better. First round, couldn't even make it out of the 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was bad. You don't see those too often as well.
I did check out a bit of this one Friday Fights 77 or whatever number it is, and that one had quite a bit of bad knockouts.
You know, I didn't watch it, but in BKFC, man, they had some injuries, some pretty bad injuries. One dude's ankle snapped, and he like put it back in place.
Oh my
And
goodness!
Ooh,
was still walking around.
No,
that's pretty
thank you.
hardcore.
I haven't been able to get back onto BK. It's a little bit too much.
It can get real rough sometimes.
Okay, let me do this fucking intro thing that we like to do sometimes. Here at the Ultimate Effing Casual, the homies have assembled. Nathan, Isaac, how you guys doing?
Doing well, man. Hope you are too. Hope everyone else is.
Yeah, doing good. Living life large.
I think today I'm low energy Leo. It's not working for me right now. I'm trying to pound the caffeine, but the shit ain't landing. But
It ain't getting.
yeah,
You gotta DoorDash yourself some Coco Ichibanya from K-Town.
I don't know which one. Maybe I could have it flown in from Dallas.
Oh yeah, that actually might be closer.
Oh man. So not a lot of stuff on the rumor mill. Word on the grapevine, not quite confirmed yet. That you guys were telling me about. Volk has something coming up. Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, and then potential Conor McGregor, maybe Michael Chandler news as well. They've all been talking about it online, like on their Twitter. Nothing's confirmed though, but I don't know. Maybe within the next few weeks we hear stuff. Maybe during 306 or something like that, some UFC event though, they'll release information. But it's on the horizon.
Isn't that like standard though for Conor McGregor? I don't know, tease a fight, announce a fight, pull out of the fight, and then replace him with someone else.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned the Conor McGregor news just because it is out there, but I'm not really paying attention to it too much. I'm more excited for like the Oliveira and Volk news. I know they're not bullshitting.
They wouldn't mess around like that.
Yeah.
Well, if that's if rumor mill's the best news we have at the moment. Well, really a recap. I want to start first with this, even though it's further down. On the 23rd PFL playoffs, it's Lofnin and Timur Kizriev that are the featherweight finalists, and Magomed Umalatov and Shamil Musayev for welterweight. So that should be fun. It probably won't be. The last ones were not very entertaining. For Dana White's Contender Series on the 20th, it was week 2 of the season. There were some stoppages. If you want to go check them out, if you don't have a whole lot doing, then have fun with that. The Gustafsson Pitlick welterweight fight, that was the headline of that particular card, was pretty fun while it lasted. But on the 24th, fight night at the Apex. Coming from the bottom up here, Wang Kong, thank you. for that. Embarrassing Victoria. You don't get a last name anymore, woman.
She's just Nardo.
Yeah, she's just Nardo at this point. You fucked this up, not me. Anything else on the prelims worth mentioning?
Nah, I don't think so. But I am glad we spent time talking about Wayne Kong during our last item, because she actually showed out and looks to be someone that could, cause trouble in the flyweight division. So we will be keeping an eye out.
Yeah, it's once every in a blue moon that you get an exciting fighter coming to the female ranks. So this is very refreshing news.
Yeah, it was a really nice KO.
Looks like China's taking over the smaller divisions for women. Well, I guess they're all small, right? But
we'll see if they get a China event going.
Yeah, that was the talk. That was what's supposed to be the Wei Li versus Xiaonan thing, was supposed to be like the all China showdown or whatever.
Yeah, I mean it was on a silver platter, but I guess they couldn't work it out in time. But I don't know, maybe next year.
Yeah, with all these Road to UFC things coming, with those fights coming to contracts, maybe they'll get something going within Asia pool.
Yeah, some good fighters coming out of there.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find a good place for the scheduling, because I do want to keep an eye on that the same way I've been doing with Contender Series, just because there's some good fighters coming out of there as well.
Yeah.
All right, bottom up of the main portion, Edmund Shabazian submits Gerald Mearshart. I'm going with Shart. It's funny. Michael Morales KO1 over Neil Magny. Is this a good win? Because I know Magny's ranked, but I don't know. Every time I've seen him, it's always been, I don't know, less than what I would expect from a ranked guy.
Yeah, Magny's an increasingly aging gatekeeper. It was him that took Gary to a decision, right? A really boring decision.
I believe
Am
so.
I remembering that correctly?
Yeah.
So he's still got enough to trouble people who are frauds, but him getting knocked out like he did, that's a really good sign for Morales. It's his fifth fight in the UFC if you count the Contender Series fight. So he's working his way up pretty quick.
Yeah, I would not classify Neil Magny as like a can or anything. So
at least not
it's
yet.
it's a decent one. Yeah. Neil Magny is a bit of an enigma in the UFC, just because he somehow holds the record for most welterweight wins, but he's just never put anything together. But it's a decent one for Michael Morales, and the way he got the win was nice too.
He's sort of like Jim Miller in that way. Like he's been around a long time and he's got a lot of wins, but never elite.
Yeah.
Made anything
has nice
out
longevity.
of it. Yep. No, that's too bad. He was one of the first fighters that I remember seeing. So I was always hoping one of my first ever UFC events that I was seriously paying attention to. I always hoped that those guys would turn into stuff. Unfortunately for Volk, he's only turned into into a little bit of a meme, which is he seems good natured about it, which is fun. His age for one, and also Gordon Ramsay pulled out of Iron Chef on 10 minutes notice. Volk starts preparing.
Steps in.
Yeah, Volk steps in for
cooking with Volk.
He made that Dorito crusted chicken sandwich. It actually looked really good.
Yeah. He's actually like a decent cook, like from the videos I've seen.
All right, Magny. Wait, isn't Michael Morales the name of the Spider-Man kid?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's the Black Spider-Man.
Michael Morales, Spider-Man is in it. I don't expect he actually goes by that though. Too bad.
Oh, go back to that graphic you were just in. Look at they've got the heat chart.
His face.
The strikes and so on.
Get up bad.
Magny is straight up red from the shoulders up, and Morales just looks like his usual self. That could not have been.
That
pleasant.
would be funny if they marked checks to the cup or whatever, and there's just a heat spot on the cup. That's the only place he got kicked in the nuts. and then he finished his opponent.
All right, moving up, Myron Santos, KO2 over Con Offley, featherweights.
That was this was like I was watching The Ultimate Fighter just because I have nothing else better to do these days. But this was like the final for the featherweight division of the show. Man, Myron Santos is like pretty young. I don't remember if he was 19 or 20, but the knockout he got in this fight was brutal. Like, I mean, he made this guy, was in Con Offley, he like the way he got knocked out. Like, if anyone hasn't seen it, go watch it. But like he went down on both knees. It almost looked like some gladiator like type finish. It was really intense.
Cowboy gunslingers, the quick draw, shoots him in the gut or something, and falls to both knees. Yeah,
it was bad.
Yeah,
and then ate 3 more shots while he was basically out.
It was
insane finish.
Was Herb Dean talking to someone outside of the ring for whatever reason?
It wasn't Herb, but it was some other guy who was just not paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of came out of nowhere, and I mean, brutal knockout. Myron Santos is gonna be someone to watch though, because he's like pretty young, and coming out of Brazil. Pretty dangerous striker.
Yeah, it's something. All right, so that's why this is listed as title fight. It's for the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
And Robert Valentin versus Ryan Loder. Loder gets a stoppage in 2. This is the middleweights of Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, these were the 2 finalists of. This was the Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah.
This is a decent fight. Robert Valentin, I honestly thought he was going to win coming in, but he sort of just got owned.
Yeah, he was a favorite. He was, was close, but still.
He had a really vicious knockout in the show, but yeah, I guess he just couldn't put it together. But they should honestly keep both of these fighters. Robert Valentin is like a really like exciting fighter.
Moving up, co-main Angela Hill drops the ball versus Tabitha Ricci. Angela Hill. I've seen her fight before. I can't really recall though. How did this play out? Was it kind of boring? I don't know. Because after some knockouts, stringing some knockouts together, then going to a decision, usually doesn't sit well.
Yeah, Angela Hill is one of those, like, her longevity is also pretty nice in the UFC, but again, she just hasn't been able to string together like any good win streaks, and she's always on like the wrong side of decisions as well. Like, whenever a fight is close, you can almost guarantee it's never going to go her way. But yeah, I mean, this wasn't like a particularly exciting fight, I'd say.
That's too bad. 17-14. Yikes.
Yeah.
That's the definition of a journeyman.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like, Magny's not too far off at 29-13. Moving up, definitely not a fucking journeyman. Jared Cannonier, UD loss to Caio Borralho. Yeah, I thought this was really fun. This is the one that I did have a chance to see all the way through, and it was very enjoyable. Hurt to see Cannonier again getting rocked over and over. It's like the Johnny Walker highlight videos where he gets knocked out like 5 times in the same fight.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like Cannonier's going the same direction. Love the toughness, but like, how many more times can you do that?
Probably not many. And
yeah,
honestly, I'm no disrespect to Cannonier, but I am glad that Borralho won this fight, because we do need fresh blood in this middleweight division, especially with kind of the shakeup we've had where Adesanya's fallen off after he's lapped the entire division. So we need some fresh blood in here. And, Cannonier's one of these guys that's been hanging around a long time, but like perpetual top 5 guy, never really a number 1 or 2 contender. So I think this is going to be good for the division to have this new blood come in.
Yeah, I agree. It's nice to see some new faces at middleweight. I feel like it's been the same for the past few years. But yeah, this was actually a really fun fight. Like Nathan was saying, I thought it was going to be ruled a TKO or like a stoppage, but somehow Cannonier like woke up whenever he hit the canvas and was able to get some type of grappling going. But He was unconscious. That I know for sure. He was unconscious.
Yeah, it's been that way for him a few times already.
Yeah, it happened in the Whitaker fight too. Whenever guy with that high kick, but yeah, his recovery skills are actually like outrageous.
He's an older guy too, isn't he? Like in his 40s, if not close.
Mid 30s.
Mid 30s,
like 36, I think.
All right. Still, it's got a lot of mileage. But is Kaio?
Oh no, I'm wrong. He is right at 40.
Excellent. Doesn't look a day over 36. Good job, Jared.
Yeah.
Kaio at 12. Is this like a situation like Nurmagomedov versus Sandhagen? Like where Kaio hasn't been.
He's gonna jump up pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm looking at the rankings right now. He went up 7 places.
He's
currently
5?
ranked 5th.
Wow.
Yeah, he's currently ranked 5th. So I mean, he's Rogelio is now in the top 5. I mean, he's right there with Imavov, Whitaker, Adesanya, Strickland, and then Dricus is the champ. So I mean, there's some great fights to be made there.
Yeah, clearly they're fast tracking him.
Yeah, that fighting nerd camp is starting to become like what the City Kickboxing camp became. We might be seeing champs come out of that pretty soon.
So if Kaio comes up to 5th, does that ranking have John Jones at first finally for pound?
Which
for pound?
one's the
Current?
Let me check. No. Islam is number 1. Then Alex is 2, and then John Jones is 3. Yeah, I think that's what caused one of the Dana White tirades.
Several.
The only place
he got pissed.
The only place that Jones is pound for pound number 1 is in Dana White's heart.
Yeah.
The jokes for this have been excellent. Been really fun.
Oh, this is a total like left field topic here, but just I hope so badly that Stipe beats John come this November, just to see what would happen to Dana in the post-fight press conference.
A malfunction where he'd like just start. I don't know. He wouldn't even like speak. I mean, he might even show up to the press conference if that happens. He might send like
He'd leave.
he might send like Hunter Campbell or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if
would
he
start
tried to get.
malfunctioning.
He'd start saying, "Oh well, John had the flu and he was sick, and so really the fight should be a no contest or something like I don't know."
Whatever
You gotta
Kofi
do the
can
rematch.
think of.
Stipe versus John rematch.
Man.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine them doing that to Tom?
The worst universe. Honestly though, Stipe beating John, that would be a great reality to live in. After everything that John has talked about and Dana, I'd honestly accept that. Especially if we're not going to get John Jones fighting Aspinall. I would accept Stipe beating him. They're very unlikely, but if it happens, man, I will be yelling.
Yeah, I mean, Jones winning is only exciting if it means he fights Aspinall next, and it seems like that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm going to be extremely pissed if after the fight, like right before Joe Rogan comes in, I see John Jones start to take off the gloves. Yeah, that's going to be a bad night.
Is that like the sign that you're retiring?
Yeah.
Yeah, normally when they take off the gloves, because they leave them in the ring or in the octagon before they leave.
So like Khabib's last fight, that's a really good example of like an emotional retirement or like Korean Zombie as well. All right, they put the gloves at the center of the octagon, and it's a whole moment.
Yeah, Tony Ferguson leaving one glove.
Yeah.
That's
God damn it, Tony!
That's
just
so good.
be out for good.
Why would you leave one in? That's
because he's like halfway. He's trying to say like, I'm not sure yet. I don't want to close the door on it, so I'll just leave one glove. And I'll take the other one home.
Ever.
That is a classic Tony move. Yeah, it's classic Tony.
Back to Kaio here. So wait, is there anything more to say? Like, there's him moving up to 5. It seems like that's where he should be at, based on what we saw. Even with that, like third eye that he got put onto his face.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was pretty rough. And he like fingered it in the interview.
I mean, yeah, but it was leaking blood. I think during the post-fight press conference. Yeah,
they kind of got it to stop, and then he finger fucked it, and then blood started spurting out. It was fucking gross, dude. You gotta leave it alone.
Yeah, maybe not the smartest fighter, but he's a good fighter. He'll be excited to see it. They were talking about. I know he caught out Dricus, but that fight's not gonna happen right now. They were talking about maybe him fighting Adesanya, and I'd like to see that fight. That's one of. I mean, if they made that one, I'd actually be pretty excited to see that fight.
Would that put Adesanya in like the gatekeeper to the elite level kind of situation?
Maybe like gatekeeper to like the top 3 or something like that. Yeah.
All right. Well, Kaio, we will be watching.
Yes.
All right. Previews, just 2 of them quickly. On the 3rd, Dana White's Contender Series Week 4. Hopefully it's entertaining. A lot of good records on here. One Friday Fights 78. I didn't get a chance to put all the fights on here, but if they go as one Friday Fights tend to go, expect a lot of Muay Thai and a lot of carnage. That's usually how they do it. Now, this one I'm really excited for. Same day, Friday 6th, the September 6th. Same day as Friday Fights, but this one's in the evening. 168. This is a good one.
Yeah.
The top 2, at the very least, are worth mentioning. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. It's a lot more MMA than they usually have, but it's probably because it's in the U.S. Right, co-main. Cade Ruotolo, a up-and-coming grappling phenom versus Darth Rigatoni, Mikey Musumeci. It's for the one grappling title at lightweight. Ruotolo's really good, so this is, even if you don't like grappling, this one's worth watching.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that fight.
And in the main event, Jonathan Haggerty versus Superlek. Now, this is for Muay Thai bantamweight.
That's a phenomenal fight.
That is
Superlek is allergic to bad fights.
Yeah, and Haggerty's also pretty damn good. So this is going to be really exciting. I'm excited for this one. I wanted to make sure that I pointed this one out, especially for the MMA curious boxing fans. This is the type of shit you want to watch, I promise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tune in.
Yep. And it's free. It's on Prime Video, so...
No excuses.
Yeah, it's free. There's really nothing else going on that day. All right, moving on to Saturday. Do we want to do the Bellator or Fight Night card? They're both kind of not great.
Yeah, this UFC fight, or this UFC card, has like maybe 3, maybe 4 names on it that are worth tuning in for, but it's not that good. It's not as shambolic as like the Spivak card, but it's sort of down there. The main event is carrying a lot of weight.
Yeah, let's do this one first. Is there anything below? Ryan Spann, I recognize him versus Ovin St. Preux.
Yeah, OSP. I think the opening fight for the prelims, Zigamantas and Nathan Fletcher. That's also those are fighters from the Ultimate Fighter.
Okay.
Just if anyone's interested, Andre Petrosky, I think, was in the last season, or I think he came from the season before that, actually, from the Ultimate Fighter. He's okay. He gasses pretty easily, but yeah, he's also in the show. So yeah, like I said, Ryan Spann, Matt Schnell normally is exciting. It's either he wins like in an exciting fashion, or he gets knocked out pretty fast. Yeah, and then the main event.
I think there's 2 Road to UFC guys here. Yi Jia in the prelims versus Gabriel Santos, and then Rong Zhu versus Chris Padilla at the beginning of the main card. Just my guesses because they're Chinese.
Yeah. I've never seen them before, so that makes sense.
All right, so Rong Zhu versus Chris Padilla opens up the main card. Trevor Peek versus Yanal Ashmuz, lightweights. 11th rated Matt Schnell versus Alessandro Costa. At flyweight, Steve Garcia, Kyle Nelson, feathers. 4th rated Jessica Andrade versus 8th Natalia Silva. Oh, right, RJ alert for that one, for Natalia. And then Gilbert Burns versus Sean Brady. 6th and 8th at welterweight. Just, it's a little rough.
Yeah, the Gilbert Burns and Sean Brady are breaking their backs carrying this card. I mean, this fight is, I guess, somewhat important to the welterweight division, but nothing crazy.
It is probably another changing of the guard. I don't think Burns is going to win this fight. He's probably going to lose, and we'll get another contender stepping up with Sean Brady, I think.
Yeah, and Sean Brady fighting at a Philadelphia too, so we'll see if he reps.
I'm sure he will. He'll maybe Joe Pyfer will be there, and they can Philadelphia up together. All right, in San Diego, the Bellator Champions Series. Fucking Usman Nurmagomedov, one of the Dagestani dudes. He's the lightweight champion, fighting Alexander Shabli. Douglas Lima versus Aaron Jeffries, all right. It's a middleweight one.
That's a good one.
Other than that, I'm not too certain looking at this.
Yeah, the only other name I recognize is Douglas Lima, and I'm not even sure if it's the same one. Well, actually, I think it is.
With a record like 33-11, probably.
Yeah.
If your memory's from however long ago. But that's it. That's all we got coming up. It's like all these cards are putting up one or two, trying to compete with each other. Not really putting a whole lot of name value into these.
Yeah, it's at least we have something.
Yeah, the 6th going into the 7th, those are three events with decent names at the top, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, 168. I mean, unless you've got other things to do, which do that, but if you don't, if you're like me, then there you go. It's a good Friday night right there. Man, yeah. Topuria warns Volk against being a backup for 308.
Oh, yeah. I personally think Volk should wait maybe a little bit longer before returning to a fight.
Sean O'Malley trains with the Arizona Cardinals. What? Why?
He got mogged so bad. Like they tried to make him push a sled with one of the offensive linemen on it, and like he just looks so scrawny and like he doesn't even move in an inch. And then they stick him on the sled, and the guy like pushes him down the length of the practice field.
Damn.
Which I mean, 320-pound Goliath offensive lineman monster versus what is this? 130 pound.
Yep.
Yeah, 135-pound champ.
And he's 5'11" too, so it's not like he's stocky like Cejudo.
Yeah, he's not wide or anything like that. Yeah, Sean's on that whole like influencer.
Oh yeah, just
type thing where he has to be seen
with everyone.
Yeah,
and doing stuff. Yeah, because he brings his fucking title to the practice field with the Cardinals. Like, why? I thought we were here to work out.
Yeah. He definitely thinks like Sean O'Malley. He's okay. Like I don't hate him or anything, but he definitely does.
He knows how to play it.
Right? Yeah, like he has a lot of popularity, but I don't think he's as popular as he thinks he is. Like I don't know if he thinks he's on the Conor level at the moment, but like I don't know, because he was talking about how he was upset with how they were promoting this fight. How they were everyone was calling it the Sphere card, but no one was calling it like the O'Malley card. Remember, he made some mention of that, and I don't know.
The Sphere is cooler than you, Sean. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would also take the Sphere route for promotion.
Oh man, he fights out of the lab. It's the gym here in Phoenix. I forgot about him doing that. It's where Cannoneer fights too. That's all we got for this one. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of the Ultimate Effin' Casual. If you have any questions or comments or whatever, did I say something very casual, or do you just want to give your input on any topic? The phone line that we got, 833-589-7637. It's anonymous. You can text. If you think you're funny or informative or both, call it. It goes straight to voicemail, and you can leave a message there, and I'll cut it in. The number, 833-LUX-PODS. All right, social media shit, LVX Media Net, that's the handle that we use everywhere. We're more active on Instagram, like the Meta platforms, just because they integrate a lot better. But LVX Media Net, that's us everywhere. If you cannot find it, we're not on it. And last thing, if you want to check out some of these episodes without any censoring or filtration of any kind, just the raw audio as is recorded, check us out on Patreon. We're LVX Media Net there as well. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Any parting words from either of you as we head into the weekend?
Fuck John Jones. How about that?
The Nathan fuck series continues.
That's a strange series name to have.
It is
for the show.
Yeah, I kind of didn't until I said it. I didn't realize how it sounded.
Yeah,
I should find a more charitable parting word, but
I won't steal it. I won't steal it from Nathan. But I guess just for this week, just so we have both sides of the coin equally fucked. I will say fuck Dana White as well.
What is
Just to complete it.
what is still my favorite of the jokes so far? Like the setups are always funny, where person walks into some random situation and says or says something kind of unrelated, like, oh man, my mother's really sick, she's really fighting for her health here, and then Dana White responds with, John Jones is the best fighter ever. Okay, thanks.
You put any human on the planet with John Jones, and John Jones walks out.
Yeah,
those memes are hilarious.
The other one is, it's Dana White and John Jones, and Dana White says to him, John, close your eyes. What do you see? I don't see anything. That's the UFC without you, bro. It's nothing. Excellent.
Yeah.
Good job, Dana. All right, we'll be back in a few days for more fun MMA stuff. See you next time.